Okay, good evening, every persons. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Peace, peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. Sweep over our spirit forever, I pray. In time those billows rose. Peace, peace, it's a wonderful peace. Now coming down from the Father above. Sweep over my spirit forever, I pray. In time of the billows rose. Peace like a river, attended my way. Peace, peace, wonderful peace. It's not an easy road. We're traveling to glory. Many are the thorns and the way. No, no, it's not an easy road. No, no, it is not an easy road. But Jesus walks beside me, and He brightened my journey, and He lightened my heavy load. Oh no, no, it's not an easy road. No, no, it's not an easy road. But Jesus walks beside us, and He lightened the burden, and He carried the lighten the path. No, no, it's not an easy road. No, no, it is not an easy road. But Jesus walks beside us, and He lightened the journey, and He brightened our lady Lord. No, no, it's not an easy road. No, no, it is not an easy road. But Jesus walks beside you, and He lightened the burden, and He lightened the heavy load. That's my intro. Good night to everyone. Good night. Good evening, everyone. Good morning to those that are on the same time span where I am. Some maybe it's morning, some is the next day, some is coming out of and going into. Accept my greetings. God bless all of you with your going in and your coming out. The burden is heavy. The road is dark. But Christ promised that he will lighten the burden and shine perpetual light in darkness. Tonight, as I started this live, I just had some things to share. For those that mourn, don't forget. Blessed are those that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the peacemaker, for they shall be called the children of God. This evening, many is mourning. If it is not from the war down in the Middle East, it is close by you. But some mourning is going on. For those that have their sick ones, caring for them, especially those who care for the sick. Most of the time, it's not easy. But in a time like this, you're chosen to do a job. And this is how our blessings come. Each person on this earth has given a job. He made you steward over it. And whatever you do for your living, it is what you are called for. Many have multitasked. He has given one talent, two talent, $3, $3, $2, $1. Go out. The $1 man, so the one talent man, him take it and him hide it. Yeah. The man that got the 2, he went and he multiplied on it. The one that got the 3, he went and he tripled it. When time to give report on what you do, you are a steward. This is time for the report. So I am coming in with my report. You are coming in with your report. And the next person coming in with their report. Master, I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't even see an cement that works the P. So I put it down. I didn't see anybody want an assistant. I didn't see myself what I can do. So I eat it. The second man, he said I went and I multiplied on it. I went to school. I got 6 subjects and he named it on. The third man, he said he tripled on it. So he worked. What did he say to the one with the 1? He took the 1 and he gave it to the next one. And he disappeared into utter darkness. You don't have any use. You're useless. Go. So, if you have your talent, use it. It may be one you get because it's one you can manage according to your faith. That's how things are given. And for those that have children, they'll look around and this one is good at this, that one is good at that. Each one portray their different character. So you work with them accordingly. So for those that are caring for the sick, whether in the hospital or in the home or privately, because some persons do not want to go to home, so they got their private nurse to work with them. It's not easy, but you're called for this. Sometimes, honestly, you weren't even looking into that direction, but that is what you get. So, yeah, handle your job well. The Lord is with you. So, for those that are doing the front line duty, for those that are, yeah. Yes, ma'am, good night. I really acknowledge you. For those that are on frontline duty, put God before you. In everything, let God be your pilot. For those that studies, for some that are going to be graduating, it's a moment of joy. It's a moment you're happy, and sometimes with joy you cry, because look at the journey where you're coming from and you reach that destination. Sometimes you ask God, how did I do it? But you did it. So there are some that are going to be graduating from whatever studies they did with joy and with pleasure. Accept your position and work therein. Good. All positive supporters, I welcome you. Good night. Wherever you are in the world, good night, good evening. It has to say like great good joy of good tidings. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for continue subscribing to the channel. I thank you very much. With love and with joy, we will grow, we will go, and we will grow together. Thank you for your subscription. Thank you for choosing this channel. For those that are on the sideline that looks on, I know you will join one day. One day you will have something to put on the screen that we can have a rapport. Thank you, and for those that have not subscribed yet, I'm asking you to subscribe. Touch the like button, make the channel active, because we are all out here on our different agenda. Each person that have a channel, they all do different things. We are on the same wavelength, but we are in different lanes. So you listen to this one and you get a knowledge of something from there. You listen to that one on the same thing. And each one you listen to, for all who that listen, they learned something. They learned something. They either learned the bad, they either learned to hate, or they learned to love. They either learn the bad or they learn the good. They either be educated more or they left in awe and wonder. Can this be? Yes. But as I look at other channel, and I keep been doing that, some I may comment if there is something to comment about. Some I don't. Because in all things you have to be wise. If there is nothing to speak about, listen. And if I tell you I gather some knowledge from some persons, yes, I do. Some is a surprise because you're asking, oh, I didn't know this could do it this way. I didn't know that these things do. Yeah. So in everything you do. So tonight, I welcome you all. And we're actually closing in or closing out on 2023. And we'll be shaking hands with 2024. So soon we won't be saying 2023 anymore, but we'll be saying 2024. Let your light so shine before man that they will see your good works. Let your light so shine that you will see your good works. For those that are studying and still study, I always admonish you, study with your glass or your bottle of water. Take your sip while you study. Trust me, try it. It works. It does works. It helps your brains because your brains are using up. Brains work is not an easy work, you know. Sometimes the person out there who is laying the concrete and doing this and mixing thought it is hard. Check brains. Check your brains work. And you know which one is really hard. Trust me, it is. Tonight, I thank all of you who is joining, who is listening, who is going to be commenting, and who just listen. Thank you. It is a sad moment from yesterday in this side of the woods. Not saying that you're not hearing about killing of these things, but when you look at your same countryman and see the things they do, I ask the question at all times. If something bothering you, it is easy to walk away. Walk. Walk. Don't look back. Just keep walking. From our country, about tapping about 2 blocks away from me. Yesterday, my alert went off. And then we heard the siren and the siren and the siren and the sirens. 5 persons. 5 persons were the kitchen utensil were used as if they were on a chopping board. You know, we have a thing board in the kitchen. Yeah, well, the one that use up for it. Okay, 2 children. 11 and 12. 41-year-old. 61-year-old woman. What is happening to our young men? What is happening overall to the men? 34-year-old. And if that was not enough, when the lawman came, because he thought he would have done it and get away, as if in our country, when we call ding, 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 they take a year and 2 months to come. Here, when you're going on the road, you'll see a little box put up on one of the light pole. You look at that box, it have fire button and it have police button. And these are on the street line. So if you're calling from the road or you're calling from the home, by the time you untouch it, you have to ask if they were right at your door. No. When they came, the hacker was on the outside, pull out him thing and ready to leave. So they thought he was a victim. And they asked him, to tell him if he can shed any light on what happened here. Only to know that he turned on the lawman. And he did the same thing that he did with those on the inside to two of the lawmen. I don't know if it's the enrage. I don't know. You thought they were going to take it that easily? No. So when he did that, he too went to sleep. Five out of one family. 5 has been taken like that. Oh, it's a Jamaican. He is from the country of Jamaica. What could a 12 and 11 year do to you? The 61 who called out for help, or they called for the police, she's in the hospital. We haven't got any news to hear if she's still here or she's on the other side yet. But she was battling for life. You have a problem, for heaven's sake. Before you hack, go out and read the signpost. Take the next left turn. Keep moving. Don't look back. You have now gone down. If you go to the people's country to make a better living for yourself or what? Just the other day, just in this month just started, one from Brooklyn put down watch 3 Jamaica. What it is about us? Why? And now this month just that, another Jamaican. Just the other there in the news again. This one, that name, whatever, Miller, whatever. I've been hearing that name from they caught him. So they're here with their bad mentality, and none of the good part they have not emulate. If something happen, before you hack, retract, call the police. You have place you can go. Because these police, they are not taking any 2 year and 3 year, 10 months and 6 months, 1 week and 2 weeks, and you don't hear anything. And you hear, oh, we don't have any vehicle to travel. Yeah. No. No. That don't work. It doesn't work. These people make it look like their life doesn't mean nothing. And because their life have meant nothing, they took everybody's life to say, well, then it meant nothing to them. 12 and 11-year-old. 30-something or 40-something-year-old. The one last month in Brooklyn, that was the same thing he did. Call himself the landlord, and the only way he could resolve his problem was to put people to sleep because he can wake them up. It is a sad, very sad. And when you are listening and when you hear, it is from the country of your birth. And if that wasn't enough, after he did that in the house, he barred the door with the sofa and put the sofa ablaze. When you call police here, when something happened and you call, you have the police, you have the ambulance, and you have the fireman. 3 of them travel. So if you call, if it's an accident, you have the police coming, you have the ambulance coming, and you have the fire truck coming. That happened, you have the police coming, you have the fireman coming, and you have the ambulance coming. He barred the door and put the settee alight. So if they were not quick, they wouldn't see him and would have burned down the people in place. You're asking, where are these people come from? What is wrong with them? There are so much opportunity. If you never go to school, you can go to school here. Anywhere you can go to school, but it is such a fun opportunity here. What is wrong that you are going to be looking? Yes, we have it there. And you look at, no, his relative there. Hear this now. Well, they say he was in law running before. Well, he stopped run with the law now. Him silent as a penny. There you don't touch. He's silent now. Those are some of the things that when you are in the same into the country and you hear these things happening at home, it is so bad, it is so disturbing. You come out, it is so disturbing. Men Man, let your words be sober. I don't think people can preach to them enough. They are hearing the word left, right, and center, even if their parent or their relative do not say it to them. They have been hearing it. And the only thing you can do, as if you are in a horror movie, huh? It's like you're in a horror movie, man. And this is it. Anyhow, it's a careful for nothing. I don't think the night they went to bed, if they were expecting to be continuous sleeping, they expected to awoke and be around. But while they got out of their slumber, he put them back to sleep. Perpetual sleeping, never to wake. When the trump of God shall sound and time shall be no more. Okay, tonight you have seen on my screen where I put my heading. And I'm going to read something for you. I found it very interesting. I have done my research. I've done my due diligence. And I feel like talking about this. I feel like sharing with you. Because I have done a live actually on many of the wording on this before. But I am bringing back to memory something. It's a story before the glory. Many persons have toiled hard, have suffered many things to be where they are today. Many wanted an education. They go hungry. They study an empty stomach because they want something. They were born, and being born, you ask the question, why am I here? What's my purpose here? And they're going to find the purpose for their lives. And they work. And they work. They have their story to say, I didn't have it. I actually wore one pair of shoes. I hear a story on here where this lady wanted a piece of land to buy while she was paying rent at all times. And the only money, she used to boil oil and sell. The only money she have was the amount for the piece of land that she heard about. And she did not have any shoes. Of course, one piece of crepe. And the crepe, one of them, gone. And she decided not to buy anything from that money because she wanted a piece of land. And the bright idea came to her. And she got a nice white piece of material. And she tied the toe as if the toe cut, and you bandage up the toe. And she gets something else and she tie on the foot on top of the crepe. And she walked 4 miles to go and pay for that piece of land. Everybody asks her, call her by name, what happened to your toe? Because not even the fear she would have taken from that money in order to have that piece of land. Because to take the fear, you're going to cut short that money. And she walked. And when she got that piece of land, she did the same thing and she built her house. Now, a person would have seen her with a nice little house. And oh, and there is a story behind that glory. Sometimes she herself do not even have that glorious about it. But somebody would want to come in and deprive her of that house. But there's the story before the glory. Because guess what? It did not just fall from the sky. She did not get it because of her parent leave it for her. And even if it is so, they have a story. This young man at the place where I was living, and he was going to school, I don't know what happened to his mother. I don't remember if he said the mother deceased. But I know him growing up with his father. And he was the only one. I don't know if it was the only one he had. The father didn't took a female to live with. It's the both of them. And when he went to school, sometimes he doesn't have all the books. But he would have find ways to get to borrow classmate books and do other things. And he walked with one book into his back pocket without shoe. And when he passes his exam and he was going to high school, it was a little bit better. And when he graduated with honors, with how much subjects. And because he did so well, he decided to go into the farming. It wasn't long, he was a farm manager. Yeah. Many times he would come to me and I would give him what I have. Can't make him father knows him asking for things on the outside. But as him say, miss, I don't ask any person. And that was his story. People saw him elevate and think him just come so, it just get it so. No. It's the story before the glory. Are you committed to the stories? No. Are you totally committed? Right. He sought God and worked wholeheartedly. And so he did prosper. And we are talking about a man here. If you hear his name a little bit more. Change, improvement, growth, success, and victory don't happen because we are admirable concept. It doesn't happen because we are admirable concepts or desirable options. No. They happen because you are totally committed and willing to pay the price. And this king, which is Hezekiah, came to the throne. Israel was in bad shape. The doors of God's house were shut. The law of God was not being observed, and the people were worshiping the same gods as the Eden nation around them. If turn you are a turnaround expert, you would benefit from this studying. Ezekiel's life and his tragedy, the Bible says, in everything that he undertook, he should sought his God and work wholeheartedly. In everything that you do, in everything that you're going to undertake, sought the presence of God. Let God be the center. Put it to him. Do not give yourself the answer before you get the answer. Because sometimes we say, oh, we are praying for something. And we're praying, yet we give ourselves the answer. Such as some people say, I am praying for a husband. They are praying and ask God to give them a husband, But they in themselves are choosing. They choose the husband. Yet them say they are praying. This gentleman who was studying at a certain seminary to be a pastor, the time was coming for him almost graduate. And he looked there is none of the women there that shows any interest to him. So him still go around and still pick around but then he look at everyone there and oh, I am gonna be a pastor. So therefore he wanted a special woman to be his wife. So he prayed. And he went up on a rising. Call it a little hill. That he could look a way out on the road and see who is coming. This was this was what he asked. Each morning he prayed the same prayer. Lord, the first woman that I saw coming, that is going to be my wife. He asked God for a wife, Wait, hear what he did? He is going to see the first woman that burst on that brow that he can see in a distance will be his wife. This morning, in that morning, as usual, he prayed. And he went up on the hill at the same time. And he's looking over. And in a distance, he saw this person coming. And him looked good. And him see that it was a woman. And he said, yes, this is my wife. When the person drew closer to him, it was an aged woman, plus she is walking with a limp. So she wasn't uprightly walking, she was walking with a limp. And he watched the woman, and she passed. And he dropped to his knees. He said, God, this could never be my wife. Is it Mark 13? But as much as he said he sought in God, he is putting a thing on it. The first one must say, is my wife that? And the first one he saw, he refused. In everything, put God in it. He came and he gave that testimony. A matter of fact, I went to his graduation. Yeah, I was at his graduation. And this with tears that he said. If you are a turnaround expert, you would benefit from the studies. Ezekiel's life and his tragedy. The Bible says in everything that he undertook, he sought his God and worked wholeheartedly. The cost of commitment involves these. And listen what commitment involves. 1. A change in lifestyle. Ezekiel broke the family mold, refusing to live the way his father before him had lived. 2. Loneliness. Ezekiel was the first to turn to God. In order to do it, he had to stand alone. Many things that you're doing, you end up alone. You get up. Let's say you have your companions and you're going around and whatever. And the day your eyes open, the day your mind said, this is not payable, this is not suitable, I am going to do something. It is something to profit you. Your friends left you. You are alone. You had to go and find other people who gravitate to you in that field. You'll pass and call to them and they don't even answer you. Why? But because you have to do it alone, you are not the one who left them, They left you. Because if they had stayed, you could have encouraged them and said, come on, we need to do this. Or come girl, let's do this. Let's look into this and see. But no, they left you. So you stand alone. Loneliness. You're fighting a battle, you have to be doing that battle alone. 3, criticism. Now, this little guy here, criticism. People criticize you for everything. You are being criticized in every way, shape, and form. For what you don't know about, for what you didn't even think about, you have been criticized. People don't take kindly to change. And Ezekiel faced a bandage of harsh question from the older generation. Reason being, they were worshiping Baal God. Him know his God was not Baal God. And so then he stand to make the change. He stand alone, yet he's been criticized by the older generation. Have you seen it in many people's life? Have you acknowledged that in your own life? I have went through that. I have gone through that. Even my children suffer. Yeah. People criticize you. you're not walking into their direction again. You're not speaking the way they are speaking again. You took a different pathway. 4, hard work and money. He was willing to give up time, energy, money to reach his goal. Hard work. Story before the glory. Hard work. First time when these people were working in the cane field, in the cotton field, in the hard work to tie the little tens penny and them shilling and then £1 and them um £1 and then 10 shilling to make something of life, to buy their food, to look after their children. Hard work to send children to school. Sometimes they themselves go back to school. It said hard work and money. But he was willing to give up time, energy, and money to reach. Willing to pay for it. Willing to pay for the studies. Want to be a chef? Willing to go back to culinary school. Want to be a pilot? Willing to go back to flight school. You want to be an engineer? You're willing to use time, money, and energy to do it. 5, daily discipline, changing a culture and the mindset of the people who are part of it. Who are part of it can be difficult. A blogger is on which I always listen to. And he sat there and he would talk about the things that affects the country of my birth. So he would say that he gave up his time, energy to be a part of the change, to change the mindset of the people. The mindset of this 34-year-old GG, initial name. First name is G and the last name is G. His mindset was not changed. He did not care for that. If not, he would be standing on the land of the living today. And those people that he has taken out would have been here. He have this mind. This is not something that just drop on you. This is not something rain falling and you went out there and you get wet. This is all about the mind. And nothing can change you. Nothing changes. It's all about the mindset. Right? So, these are calculative efforts for you to reach. You are going to be denied. You're going to be hated. You're going to criticize in all manner of way. 6, constant pressure. The people who went along with the change Ezekiah was making expect to see result, and they went. Necessary patient, but Ezekiah sought his God and worked wholeheartedly, and so he prospered. Work wholeheartedly. The journey long and tedious. You hear how much things it took from you to be prosperous, to be successful. These are all the things that it took from you. But as long as you are a game changer, you will make it. You will change the mindset of even your family. Some friends, because you're traveling on a different road. You're traveling on a different pathway. You're speaking differently. Proverbs 3, and I think verse 5. It said, if your friend entice you, consent thou not. If they said, come, let us lurk and wait for the red, that is mean to take others out. Don't go. Let us go for filthy lucre, which is money. What you're seeing now, robbery, took away money, or they call it, the scripture call it, filthy lucre. Let us go, it's a consent thou not. So when you have your children, when you see people and do certain things, it is a mindset from day one. So some try to break the curse, while some don't. And why? They are not willing to work. Everything must come in easy. Stretch your hands out and you will get it. Some years ago, and that's a long time, I was in my 20s when this happened. But these things I don't forget, because I use them as stepping stones. I use them that I can say to somebody, I know this happened. And so this mother with her son, he went and asked his mother for some money. Reason be, the mother sold a cow. And she didn't get the money yet. When he went to her and asked her for the money, she said she haven't got the money as yet. And her husband and herself went to a convention all the way in the city. And persons that were there, they said the woman was enjoying herself. She was having a grand time. When they left the convention and get home, she went to her demise. And you know, after he did what he did to his mother, because in his heart and mind, the mother have the money and don't want to give it to him. And it was after he did what he did, the money, the butcher came to pay for the cow. Mm-hmm. This was in the heart, mind, and intention. Why didn't he get two animals and raise them too? Just like how the mother, and he was in his 20s somewhere there when that happened. I went to the place of where they kept, and I went there, and I don't know the lady, and just look on the corpse of how he used his weapon on the woman. Her husband said he was hiding under the bed. Somehow he make himself in the house because he were not living with them. And as soon as she came in and started undressing, he came out with his weapon. The husband managed to run. You have to break the chain. He did not get two goat, two pig, two cow, two nothing, not even two hands. And so let me raise these. Look at his mindset. My mother sold a cow, so I need some of the money. Failure to get it. He put out the mother. If you are not a turnaround expert, then you won't be in this business. You have to be a turnaround expert. You have to see that this can't work. No. I have to make a change. So you're going to make a change whether in your family, in your community. You have to make a change with yourself. You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose everything. You're going to be criticized. But never mind. There is a story before the glory. And everyone, whether listening to me or no people around you, you can say, there is a story before the glory. Nobody gets things easily. Everyone have to work. It's with hard work and money. He was willing to give up time, energy, and money to reach his goal. So whatever goal he sets out, whether it was a long-term goal or a short-term goal, but whatever goal he did set out, he gave up in order to reach. How much of us had to give up, do the sacrifice to reach? Yet other persons will come and want to bask in the glory and don't know the story. They don't know how you reach there. They have no idea how you reach there, but they want to be basking in that glory. How much you can give and you can say, I have worked hard. I have gone hungry. I have gone shelterless in order for shelter to be over my head. If not, you're living under the canopy of the sky. Okay? People do not want to work. They must just stretch their hands out. And for those that sacrifice, that works hard to be where they are, to 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 be where they are, they criticize you, they envy you, they do everything that is negative and wicked to get you out. This evening, I just decided of really sharing these words with you, and we have been hearing it a long time. Our older folks before us tell you how hard they work. There is this poem that said, um, um, man soaked with Portland rain, banana stain all over him in order to reach. So, without being sticky fingers, there are people who work, who put in hard work, who face harsh criticism and questioning to bask in the glory. There is a story before the glory. Are you committed? For those that study, one day you are going to get up and said, I study all night. I get a small amount of sleep in order for me to be standing here on this pedestal today. People are not going to be your friends anymore. People are going to say all manner of things about you. But you are a turnaround expert. And because you're a turnaround expert, you will bask in your glory and you will have your story to tell. It was nice being here with you. It was a pleasure. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Aquarian family, positive family. Thank you for those that looks on the sideline. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Be cognizant of your surrounding. Be cognizant of your surrounding. Careful for nothing. Love yourself. Enjoy your own company. Be not afraid of yourself. Love yourself. Appreciate yourself. Respect yourself. When you respect yourself, others will respect you and will respect you. It was a good night. Thank you for being here with me. And I know I will have more company as I go along. Thank you. As we go along, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night. Oh.